The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us. Oh, career Grand Slam? Sixth, I think. No, fifth. I think it was fifth, yeah.
Hogan,
and
Nicholas, Tiger.
Not even Seve. Seve didn't get a career Grand Slam.
Or Palmer. Arnold Palmer didn't get it either. And I don't know which one he did not win. But it was like Ben Hogan and Nicholas.
So wait, we're talking
Tiger,
Masters, British Open, U.S. Open. Is it the Players' Championship?
The PGA Championship. The Players' Championship is the unofficial fifth major.
Like Palmer won those for like 10 years in a row.
Right, but I don't know which one he did not win.
Palmer, I don't think, won the British Open.
But at any rate, Rory,
if I think
job.
About it, yeah. No, and man, his reaction to winning was, again, that's what you want out
Gary
of
Player.
What?
Gary Player was the guy I was missing.
Oh, yeah.
I got Rory, I got Tiger, I got Nicholas, I got Ben Hogan, Gene Saracen. Fuck.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was the sixth.
Okay. There
Gene Saracen was the guy we missed because, that was like 400 years ago. His reaction 2 times, okay? This is why... I can't believe I'm going to say it. This is why golf, like boxing, is the ultimate like one-on-one. My dad would always say this. Golf has a handicap all the way up until you get to professional.
I was going to say
boxing is based on weight class to make it as fair as possible, and tennis is the other one, right?
Yeah. And tennis is about immediately outsmarting your opponent.
Correct.
Whereas golf is longevity.
4 days.
And pressure.
4 fucking days.
Right.
Of walking miles.
I mean, that's what you hear Jim Nantz always talk about at the end of the message. Like, well, maybe the pressure's getting to him.
Wait. Hold on. What did I text you?
The song through the magnolias. Well, yeah, his first call was like, McIlroy has mastered the Masters or something like that.
What was I saying?
Well, I know, yeah. That was the second line Nance tried.
Here we go. He crumpled to the sacred sod. When he said that, I lost my I turned it off because I didn't even see the green jacket ceremony.
No, yeah.
Because I don't need that.
Well, we've seen that.
I don't need Jim Nantz.
That thing is scripted every day.
Yeah, I don't need Jim Nantz jerking off into Rory's mouth while, who won it last year?
Scotty Schefter.
So while he puts a jacket on another human being, another male.
And you're not going to prom.
Right, no.
Yeah.
So like, I could do without that. But
well,
I've watched lots of Masters, and I don't know if I've ever watched I know I haven't because it's the first time ever, to where he shits the bed coming out. Like he went from 2 shots up to a shot down after 3 holes.
Yeah.
And then made it up. And then
shit the bed at the end.
And then shit the bed on 18.
Yeah.
Only to play the best hole of golf that he's probably ever played.
Yeah, and but I was like, when he sank that putt, like you see the raw emotion come out.
Yes.
And like he's heaving.
Yeah.
And then he collects himself to not only thank his caddy, but then to go to Justin Rose, which, I mean, who better to beat? And I'm sorry for Justin Rose. That's the third time.
It's the third time he's lost in a playoff at the Masters?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Or it's the third time he was the runner-up at the
And I know
Masters.
he's lost twice
in a Masters.
Because he lost to Sergio in a
Yeah.
playoff when Sergio won his Masters.
But, fellow, at least, Empire.
Which was, I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
Like, as he's walking off, other than his wife and kids, it was like, all of the European guys, golfers.
Yeah.
What was the other?
And that's the second part.
I think Tommy Fleetwood was one of them.
And Oberg was there.
And Lowry, the other Irish guy.
Yeah. But you're going, I mean, like, so there's his individual celebration, which you can see how much it meant to him. And like you said, then he takes the walk. And the gallery is 100% behind him.
Well, I mean, they just watch history.
Yeah.
They witnessed history.
And then, all the but my favorite was when he stopped and hugged the commentator and we got to see their whole new camera.
God damn it.
The whole camera setup, because we were talking about that while we were watching it, of like,
what was her? I can't
but they're wearing
remember
like everything's on them.
Yeah.
And she fucking dapped them off on the way up.
Exactly. Like, God
well
damn
done.
It. What is her name? I'll never remember.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
And then what else I noticed
was... He's a man of the people, which is good.
The closer they got to the clubhouse, the less females there were.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
it's Augusta.
But can you imagine...
the wider it got... There was that one black dude he shook hands with.
Well, who was a member.
Yeah.
Because he had a jacket on.
Yeah.
So he was a member.
Yeah.
And we're not...
But he's at the front.
Again, we jest.
He's not by the clubhouse.
We jest.
Oh, yeah.
But women weren't allowed there just a handful of years ago. We'll just say that.
Black people weren't allowed until Tiger played. If I recall correctly.
They still make the caddies dress like slaves, effectively.
Or at least like auto mechanics.
It's like, yes, master, I carry your clubs. Ooh. I carry your clubs in a white outfit. That is terrible.
Yeah. They're probably still made to call him boy.
Terrible. Terrible. I hate that I love this tournament. Jim Nantz?
Well, because it's the first. Like
it is, and it's not the most prestigious. Me personally, it's the U.S. Open because that's the hardest one.
Well, it depends on where they're playing the British Open and the weather conditions too. But
they usually make the U.S. Open like.
But I was gonna say, it's
miserable.
Like, well, I mean, like unlike tennis, where the first two tournaments are happening while you're sleeping.
Right.
Like, and
this is like.
And that's the brilliance of Wimbledon, is that it happens over 4th of July weekend.
So you're
and they still do everything strictly during sunlight hours.
Yes. I don't even think center court has light. I mean, they do.
They do, but it's
like Wrigley.
I mean,
people don't realize Wrigley didn't have lights until like 30 years ago.
Yeah. But it's like
literally they played every single
Wimbledon,
baseball game.
Finally put a roof on like the 3 major courts.
Right. Center court, never mind.
At the same time, which is what gives tennis's U.S. Open the je ne sais quoi, is that it happens at night in New York.
In Arthur Ashe Stadium.
On a hard court.
That's the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Rory, well done.
Yeah.
6 guy, perfect. I'm happy for you. I hated you when you were a kid because you won everything.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, age humbles everybody.
It does, and he clearly was affected by it emotionally.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Jim Nantz didn't say the word pint 400 times.
Or like, I'm in love with this man.
Yeah, he's gonna go have a Guinness. Whatever. Okay, real quick. The Yankees need fucking starting pitching so bad. It's almost as bad as Bryson DeChambeau needs a 6-iron. Okay, we need...
Or a better putter.
Pitching. Because if this last week didn't tell me anything, it's unless the Yankees are mashing 8 runs a game, they're not winning a 4-1 game. They're not doing it.
Well, is it starting or is it the bullpen?
It's starting pitchers.
Okay.
Starting. Marcus Stroman has like a 412 ERA. You know, I'm a starter. No, you're fucking terrible. I hate you. Ben Rice, on the other hand, take the good with the bad. Ben Rice is fucking killing it.
Yeah.
I called that at the beginning of the fucking year, and I love this man. Cody Bellinger's hurt, but Grisham's coming in.
It doesn't matter. You got
kid.
Goldie hitting over 300.
357. OPS 880, I believe.
He's too old. He's not old enough to lead.
His prime.
He's not old enough to lead a young crew.
No, this man's going to make a shit ton of money after this 1 year.
As he should.
A shit ton of money.
Yeah. He's going to make his fuck you money.
He is.
Yeah.
I hope the Cardinals sign him.
No, we won't. No.
Really?
No.
I'm glad. I want like. Come
I mean,
on,
I would love it, but no.
I love that man. I do. Just like Carpenter. Is that who we had 2 years ago?
Yeah, you had Carp. You also had Harrison Bader.
A moment of silence for Harrison.
Who had to cut his hair back then.
It's a moment of silence for Harrison. Okay,
yeah.
Carry on.
Who's with the Mets now? But
I hate you, Harrison. Dick.
He's going where they'll sign him.
I fucking love that man.
Yeah, I told you would.
Love him.
Yeah.
But, went like, what did we go? 2-5 last week?
Well, I will say
again,
this.
Keep it close until our pitching comes back. We get an injured guy back Wednesday, and Luis Gil is pitching in AAA, so we're close. Garrett Cole's off the shelf, whatever.
So,
Cardinals went 4-6.
My end, yeah. So we are 7-8, and
the Cubs aren't going to keep up that pace that they're on, right? What are they? 10-4, 10-5.
Well, I mean, you're right. Before we get to the NL Central, so we are 7-8, excuse me. And Ken Rosenthal put out an article this week or today, and Ollie Marmol is on the list of MLB managers whose job status is in question. That's how long it took. And remember, Marmol still has one more year on his contract. So
I asked at the beginning of the year if he was going to make it through this GM transfer.
No.
But who do you bring in?
So Pujols is killing it in the Dominican leagues and is the manager of the Dominican national team. So this next World Baseball Classic is going to be
is next spring.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge is on the Americans.
So
really, he's in charge of the national team?
Yeah. And he took.
Whoa! How long? I guess that makes sense. He's been out how many years now? 5?
No, 2.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no. Where last year was Waino's last year. The previous year, Pujols and Molina retired together.
Okay, I always think that Yachty retired after him. I keep forgetting they retired at the same time.
Pujols came back for the heartbreak tour.
Okay, that's okay. I apologize. Sorry.
So, no, and again, it's and that's the other thing is that with the current state that the Cardinals are in, with what Mozeliak wasn't able to accomplish, even though he was very vocal about, dumping Arenado and getting rid of this and that, they know they're going to have to eat some money. So, but
what does Arenado have on his contract?
2 more years, I think.
He's in fuck you mode, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
good for him. I would love to see him play for the Yankees.
I'm sure him and Goldie talk
first.
Fairly frequently, and Goldie being like, change the scenery, did it? But,
hey man, you can come to New York.
But that's the thing is that
we have a good relationship with St. Louis.
But I'll put this on since I got about 30 seconds left. Bernie Michaelis, he's no longer on his independent YouTube show. He got picked up by somebody else. But he said if the Cardinals want to get fans back in the seats, you hire Pujols as your manager.
Fucking right.
And you would have a sold-out opening day, sold-out opening homestand.
Have over 1 million fans for the year?
No. I mean, normally we last year was the first time we have not drawn 3 million fans. The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top-quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion. Marketing by Brock Ryder. Graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion. Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.